Go.
Hi everybody, welcome to the Squirrel Hole. I'm still here, just by the way, and before I begin, I've seen a few comments, because I still look at those, that kind of hurt my pride, just a little bit. Just a little bit. The chicken. All right, I've seen some comments. The chicken. If you put a camera in front of that chicken, it wouldn't know what to do, and I do. So I feel like that the whole, hey, fire the teenager, hire the chicken, pay the chicken more. It's fine. It's fine. I have a couple more of these things. And the chicken.
Fire. That's what you're doing. Fire.
I know.
Okay. Go. Get. Go. Hey everybody, sorry about that. Somebody hijacked me, locked me over in the other room over there. But welcome to Squirrel Hole, and again, welcome back to our little talk about what's happening in Ukraine, what's going on and everything. This is actually episode 27. I did remember what episode it is right now. Alzheimer's hasn't kicked in that hard yet.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to talk about a few things. First of all, F-16s. Biden has stated that F-16s can be transferred from overseas holders to Ukraine. It's not the F-16 or the F-18 from the states. It is foreigners or foreign armies or air forces that have the equipment that can be transferred legally now, because the State Department has to authorize it. Okay, Holland is really driving this thing, followed by the UK. All right. It's not a problem with runways, not a problem with parts, not a problem with training. There's no issues. So if you know somebody who's been saying that, please just tune them out or tell them to come talk to me and I'll educate them. Boom. All right. So some people are saying, oh my gosh, you're going to have MiG-29s, Su-27s, possibly 40 F-4s or F-16s from the Dutch, 40 F-16s from other countries, 12 Eurofighters, 12 Mirage 2000s. And they're like, oh my God, that's like 6 aircraft, it's so much parts, so much this, so much that. We can't possibly support that. Here's the thing, quit hyperventilating. The UK alone in the Cold War, peacetime, was able to field at the same time both Tornado ADVs, Tornado IDSs, Jaguars, Hunters, Harriers, F-4s, RF-4s, Fireflies, Canberras, Buccaneers, Sea Harriers, Lightnings, all at the same time, not counting the 3 bombers, 3 Victor bombers that include the Vulcan, not counting the several tankers, not counting the VIP aircraft, the trading aircraft, and the transport aircraft. So shut it. Boom. Okay. It's not a training issue because they're not training new pilots. They're training pilots that are already proficient in combat. So it'll take about less than 4 months. These people are saying, oh, either training or maintenance have moved on from the, oh, we couldn't possibly use Ukrainian runways, which was a fake narrative. So if you have somebody who is saying that they can't do it for X, Y, Z, look back and see if they were saying the runway issue was a thing, because that was totally fake and false. Okay, this week that should come out that all the F-16s can be donated. That's not a problem. It will not cost us hardly anything. People are saying, well, it's going to cost $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $125 billion, whatever, for the F-16s. Wrong. We're scrapping F-16s right now. It's actually costing us money to scrap F-16s or store them. So right now, a F-16 weighs 19,700 pounds. So what they need to do is just say, hey, Ukraine, these aircraft in the desert that we'll never use again, we haven't stripped down yet, you can buy them for current value of scrap, which is 57 cents a pound of scrap value today, which would mean each aircraft would cost $34,000. They can transport them. They have the aircraft to take them apart, put them inside, and take them over to Ukraine and put them back together. So my thing is, you need to crowdfund about $340,000 and get 10 F-16s, and you'd have a fleet. All right, Intel people like the Brazilian twit. Yeah, I said it. She has absolutely no idea what she's doing, saying. She's got a decent-sized fan base, but when you say, hey, Stingers can't be used for air defense, or the T-62, hey, Badger, girl said T-62 is better than the Leopard 2A6. Okay, yeah.
No.
Yeah, okay. No, she's putting this out because she's a Brazilian coconut, intel expert. That's not exactly true. Anybody else that says stuff like that, or F-16s can't use Ukrainian runways, stop listening to them immediately and just, hey, and tell them I sent you. Okay, so something needs to come back that we used to use, all right? These are Iraqi trading cards, or Iraqi playing cards. See, you got the, Saddam Hussein, and you got, all these other, guys that we would hunt and everything. So my thing is, hey, Topps or whoever's making trading cards right now, what you need to do is do the Russian version. So please, Vladimir Putin on one, so the other nuts in the Kremlin on the other one. So when things happen and we got to go to, or Russians have to go in and get their people to go to The Hague to go to court, it's easier to find them. Know where to run to. Okay. Here's my moment. Okay, so here's what happened. You had $150 million worth of Russian equipment, Russian missiles, the unstoppable, unshoot-downable super missiles, the Kinzhals, okay? They sent 6 of them into Ukraine the other day. All 6 were shot down by the old Patriot that couldn't shoot anything down, which is amazing. But yeah, the Ukrainian Patriots shot down every missile that was shot. I think it's 37 missiles that night. And one piece got hit by something coming from the sky. We don't know yet. What happened was the Ukrainians used a super secret device to fix this Patriot. You ready? They used this. The Patriot was damaged. They got some duct tape out, fixed it, and the American representative came over and saw that what had happened and the fact that it was fixed by duct tape, and it cost $20,000 to replace that part, which we already did. The Patriot was never down. Over $150 million Russia spent that night and got a roll of duct tape out of it. Actually, not a roll, just a little piece. Okay, there's 10 launchers in the Kiev area. Everybody, it's open source. In the Kiev area, there's 10 launchers, and in the other battery, I'm not going to say where it is, I know now, it's 8 launchers. Now, the thing is, you saw 30 missiles launched on the one video, and people were like, okay, it's out of missiles. Wrong. Using Pack 2 and Pack 3 mix, each battery can have approximately 80 missiles. So they only fired less than half their missiles. Okay, also, please do not help Russia by posting pictures of current locations of Patriots. That's dumb. Don't do it. Once it becomes open news and everything, that's different, but I know people are rushing to pay for satellite pictures to verify where that's at. Not cool, man. Okay, so our first sponsor today is going to be this person, my daughter, okay? And she's going to do a pitch for you. Now Now she has been helping me produce these things. She's the one that's been making the mistakes on all of this, everything, and she's the one that is actually costing me most of the money here for this production value. Anyway, she's going to college. She got picked up by this school, A&M, and she's joined the Space Force, so she's going to be a bona fide space cadet. Okay, but here's the problem. I'm paying for her to go because she can't get scholarships that much, and so she has a problem. You guys keep saying, how can we support the channel? How can we support the channel? How can we get more holes in Dave? I mean Dave holes. What? Okay.
Both of those were wrong.
Hey, they like my hole. Okay, I got lots of viewers that like my hole, but this is how you can, if you want to pay me back for this time and effort and energy, you can help me back by supporting her need for coffee. So here's you go. Go ahead.
I need food.
So
I'm doing the Corps of Cadets, and I'm also doing a summer program, and it all costs a lot. And I applied for a lot of scholarships, and I didn't get a lot of them because I am I have not had a sad childhood, so
That's a good way to put it.
I have nothing to put in my essays.
So,
I need food. It's like $300 a semester for a meal plan, for the minimum meal plan.
you could help me. Okay, so here's the deal. If you want to support,
Keep talking.
if you want to support this channel, if you want to support us and everything, that's great. Here's my daughter. She could use some, buy me a cup of coffee. Do that, and we will put the thing here on how you do that. Okay, moving on. Go. All right. The other sponsor is Liberty Ukraine. Now, Liberty Ukraine, we've raised over $250,000 directly to get equipment and everything over to them, and we've raised a lot more since then. And from what I understand, me pointing at this sign has raised a whole bunch more money.
Woohoo!
And they are able to buy drones that they are absolutely not using to put bombs on and drop on Russians. Not at all. Okay, here's another thing about the F-16. Moving on. The F-16s. Okay, next time somebody says, well, what about training? What about support? What about parts? What about this? What about this? What about this? What about this? Ukraine couldn't possibly do it. Okay, let's look on stupid Venezuela. Venezuela has about 30 F-16s. They're still flying. They get no parts, no fuel, no ammo, no spare anything from the United States anymore. Haven't gotten it in almost 15 years. And guess what? They're still flying F-16s. And then you have the Iranians that have had F-14s for about 40 years now. They haven't got any support for them, and they're still flying. So stupid Iran can fly their F-14s. There's no problem with the F-16s going on. Okay, moving on. I already covered this. Oh yeah. Next thing is the $3 billion that's missing. It's not missing. The Department of Defense came by and said, oh yeah, we've been miscounting stuff. Scrap metal Humvee should not be costing $200,000. So as I've been saying for like 3 months, the cost analysis is way off. The Ukrainians actually have a $3 billion surplus now. So that could be 3 more Patriot batteries. Okay, Bakhmut. Bakhmut is probably been taken for the most part. Yay, Wagner. They captured the 22nd largest city in Ukraine or something like that at a cost of over 20,000 dead Russians. I don't know what to say about that. The fighting continues in the town. Wagner says they captured it, but in doing so, they went from a 120-kilometer front down to a 4-kilometer front, went from 60,000 troops down to 4,000 troops, is a spent force and has basically been wrecked. And so a lot of the first-tier Russian forces have died in Bakhmut against National Guard and basically second-tier forces from Ukraine. So now that a lot of the premier forces in Russia are now dead, Ukraine that hasn't used their good forces yet are going to smack back, and then it's going to be ugly. Okay, a lot of people asking why Russia is still doing what they're doing. I went to 59.ru. It's a news service in Perm, Russia. Looking up, seeing what's going on local news and everything. Guess how many stories I saw of the war? None. They didn't even have any death notices from people getting killed. It is illegal to post a lot of this stuff, so they don't even talk about it. Oh yeah, in Belgrade, the headquarters of Belgrade Defense Forces on the Russian side said absolutely positively no Ukrainian Special Forces is working in their territory, and they haven't taken any towns. Which, in totally opposite news, I would like to say thank you for that Special Forces unit who absolutely did not go into Russia and take a town. Okay, Vladimir Slovin, okay? He's the guy that you see on TV all the time in Russia and everything. He's the one that is wearing the fake uniforms and saying that he's going to nuke NATO and all that. He challenged Zelensky to a duel. I don't think this guy has ever been in the military, nor knows which end a bullet comes out of. So my thing is, give him a gun and let him hurt himself. Okay, Jake Sullivan, and this is the last thing, Jake Sullivan has stated that some of the surplus weapons have been delayed, okay? I understand what you're doing. They're offering an off-ramp to Russia to maybe de-escalate, but they're not taking it. So, hey, Jake Sullivan, don't be a dick. Give the weapons, all right? That's all I got. Any questions, complaints, and everything, be for sure to contact my human relations and my PR department. Katie.tomorrow at whatever. Reach out to her and complain. Other than that, the coffee thing was not a joke. We're going to have our PayPal thing up here. And if you want to support this channel, don't support me. Support my kid. She's actually been helping and putting up with me for a long time. And I've been putting up with her abuse for a long time. Yeah, excuse you. And so help her out and everything. And thank you very much. Bye.